Derby Milano, the immortal battle under the Virgin Mary statue. Italian football has driven people crazy around the world. Names like Dino Zoff, Franco Baresi, Paolo Maldini, Gaetano Scirea, Andrea Pirlo, or Zinedine Zidane have all stepped onto the Serie A and brought this tournament to the most remarkable level globally. Inter Milan with the legendary Catenaccio, Juventus with the miraculous stand-up after Calciopoli, and Milan on the wings of the Flying Dutchman were once the fear of the whole of Europe. It's a beautiful memory to remind us forever about Serie A, until now. The fiery derby is the highlight of Italian football. Like Lazio and Roma, every derby of Rome, no matter what level the two teams are at, is still very tense and worth looking forward to. However, it's not the greatest derby in the country of pasta. Milano Derby, with Milan and Inter and a total of 36 Scudetto, 12 Coppa Italia, 10 Champions League, and dozens of other titles, are the pinnacle of Italian football. Milano has two cultural icons. One is a Madonnina statue that simulates the mother image of Jesus and the Virgin Mary overlooking the Cathedral of Duomo. And the second symbol is the match that takes place twice a year in the framework of Serie A between Milan and Inter. How is Derby Milano beyond? Well, like many rival pairs around the world, Madonnina della Derby is pushed to a new level of stress by external political and social factors. In contrast to the two political institutions on the right and left, no one expected Milan and Inter to have been a unified whole. In 1899, AC Milan was founded by the British, Herbert Kilpin and Alfred Edwards, continuing to be successful. But in 1908, Internazionale Milano separated with the principle of seeking outstanding foreign names, while AC Milan remained faithful to the policy of nurturing young local players. After separating from each other, the two teams built a solid foundation for themselves, asserting their identity over the years. Inter quickly became a team admired by powerful people, like factory owners and factories, and Milan is the child of the working class. People look at Inter and Milan as representatives of two completely different levels, and it's this social difference that has harbored deep hostility in the Milan Derby until now. The tension between Inter versus Milan reached a climax in 2005, but not in Serie A, but in the Champions League quarterfinals. The moment that should have been expected, it ended in a tragic way. Milan was awarded a 3-0 win by Interista, throwing empty bottles and flares onto the San Siro to protest against Esteban Cambiaso's denied goal, causing the hero to be interrupted for up to 20 minutes. However, the image of Marco Mazzarati standing with his elbow on Rui Costa's shoulder, watching the scene engulfed in the smoke of flares, was imprinted on the minds of everyone watching the match. Despite being rivals, deep down in every player, they don't want their fans to react to each other with the lack of fair play. Inter and Milan have been going through a difficult period in the past few years, in the context that Juventus has regained its position, and La Signoria Almadici has turned to Europe and adopted the Champions League ambition. Then the two giants of Milan once struggled to regain the old glory and accepted the bitter truth that they are no longer the big guys in Italy. We, the Italian football fans, are still looking forward to reliving the thrilling, passionate emotions of the derby match in the near future when the two teams regain the glory lost in the past.